Tribe Bug, we back one more time for a 1-2 punch. On a Thursday night, it ain't too late, it's just 10 o'clock. Y'all Tribe Bug with me, hit that like button. This actually gonna be a continuation of Tuesday night live stream. This is part 2 from Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night, we did a stream called Did Native Americans Really Paint Themselves quote unquote black? Yeah, you know that live stream turned out quite a few numbers. We even had a Frenchman came in, you know, the Real French 2.0. Salute to the Real French 2.0. He was a good sport about it, dog. Salute. He welcome to come back, the Real French 2.0. Yeah, and anybody else that want to learn about some information about real history, especially when we're talking about American history and we're talking about the Americans. Salute. Let's dig right into it, you know. Let's say the title of the night's show. Did Native Americans really paint themselves black? Part 2. So what y'all say? Cause we know it's a whole lot of artifacts, whole lot of maps, whole lot of paintings, whole lot of tobacco statues, whole lot of Olmec heads, whole lot of bone part murals, all kind of evidence that depict the American Indian as a so-called black or so-called African American or so-called Negro, so-called color, but it's really the American Indian. And we see all these depictions, but they always got an excuse for these depictions, you know, the historical narrative. They say, no, y'all came from Africa. Those Indians just painted themselves black. They always say those Native Americans painted themselves black. But you know what? We figure that ain't true because we done looked at all the evidence, man. You know, they got bushes. You know, they got on culture that we rock today. You know, ain't no way they painted themselves black. You know, where they couldn't paint their hair nappy. So we just looking at the evidence. And y'all saw the thumbnail. The live stream earlier I did earlier tonight. I showed a glimpse of this picture, and we used it for the thumbnail for this live stream. The Native Americans really paint themselves black, part 2. Now we look at this picture. What we see here, we just gonna look at it from a third eye point of view first. Not a bird eye point of view, a third eye point of view. Salute. Now hit me up in the chat. Let me know where you at. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share. If you want to support monetarily, we got the Cash App at the top of the screen. Cash.app/$ House of Cons. Salute. Or you can hit us up with the super chat. Or you can just go on and get the membership. Salute. The lowest $2.99 a month. Get you access to members only live streams. And to get you access to other things like coupons at strictlyformynockers.com. Salute. But yeah, that's the question we asking. Did Native Americans really paint themselves black, part 2? And we're looking at this image from a third eye point of view, not a bird eye point of view. And I know what I see. I don't know about you. I see a colonizer in the middle of 2 Nagas. Salute. Like the colonizer smoking something, you know. He's let's blow it up, see if we can get a closer look at it. Let's investigate it, and then we're gonna dig into it. We're gonna see where it comes from. So we're gonna provide the source for now, because you know we always got receipts. Salute. We're gonna blow this picture up. So first and foremost, we notice an American Indian. Salute. So-called Negro, so-called African American, so-called black, so-called color, but an American Indian. We noticed that right away. First off, he's dead center of the screen, Managa, and he's clearly nappy-headed. He doesn't have any long, straight, flowing hair. He had on this, and we've seen this type of cloth before. This type of cloth that he has tied around him. In fact, I'm gonna put it up for when we're gonna make some comparisons. You know what I'm saying? When we seen that, take a good look at the way he has that his loincloth tied around his shorts, Managa. We've seen that before. I got a photographic memory, Managa, and I don't forget stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do you recognize that, Managa? Just take a close look. Do you recognize it? I recognize it. I've seen it before. And I know exactly where I've seen it before. Like I said, I'm going to show you. We're going to relate it. But let's just keep investigating. Managa, he got 3 feathers up. What else we see here? What else we see here, Managa? He got 3 feathers up. We got the colonizer standing next to him. Colonizer smoking something, probably tobacco, maybe even cocaine, maybe weed. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's smoking something. But I look at this picture and I just like to analyze it. I like to take my time and look at it. And like I say, some stuff stand out to me. Some stuff just stand out to me like a sore thumb. So like I said, I like to take my time with these images. Let's blow it back down, son. Let's blow it back down, son. Now we see the colonizer, we see the American Indian. Nobody can't deny he's American Indian. That's why I took my time with it intentionally. He's barefooted. Then we got this, what they would say is a slave, right? They would automatically say that's a slave because he's black. They removed his feathers, so automatically he would be deemed a slave. The other Naga had feathers on, right? So they wouldn't say he a slave. They would say he an Indian. But this guy, he don't have his feathers on. But look, the colonizer is throwing money to him in his hat. He's tossing money in his hat. What's going on here? Is he really a slave? The colonizer is tossing money in his hat. He's sitting on something. I can't really make out that what he's sitting on. But like I say, some of these images I look at and I relate them to other images. I just look at it from a third eye point of view. And like I say, I take my time with them and I start recognizing stuff. And I say, dang, you know what? I seen this before. That's the first thing come to my mind. I seen it before. And I'm gonna show y'all exactly why I seen it. I'm gonna show y'all exactly well. I seen the guy on the Cleveland Indian mascot was dressed exactly the same way. Hamp. I don't know if y'all ever saw that. But I'm looking at that. I was analyzing. I'm like, man, I've seen this before. And the first thing that came to my mind was Hamp. Managa, salute. That's why I take my time with these images. I got a photographic memory. I don't forget things very easily. Especially I never forget a face. So in 1925, we got the Cleveland Indians mascot. 1925, he was clearly a Negro boy. Clearly a Negro, a black boy, just like the Virginians, you know what I'm saying, tobacco statues. He was a black boy, right? That's what he looked like. That's what he had on. Cleveland Indians mascot. That's him from 1925. And then we go right back to that intro. I'd be damned if the Negro Indian on the thumbnail ain't dressed exactly the same way. If he ain't dressed exactly the same way, I'd be damned. Call me a big dummy, but I know I ain't blind. Hit me in the chat if you think they dress the same way. To me, it looked like they dressed exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. He got on his shorts with his wrap around tied. It's the same way on him. The authentic American Indian, the Cleveland Indian. It's wrapped around and tied. He got his shorts on. He's barefooted. I mean, it match all the way from head to toe. It match all the way down. And like anybody want to know, that's a Cleveland Indian mascot, 1925. Look it up for yourself. That's Hamp, H-A-M-P. Look back one more time. This American Indian here, the same exact dress code. Same exact dress code. They're throwing the Naga money in his hat over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to make out what's going on here, but we're going to dig into the source. I just wanted to lay some foundation and open it up slow. Now, if you ever seen this image before, let me know in the chat. If you never seen this image before and it's new to you, salute. Salute. I'm glad you can learn something new. let's dig into where we got this image from. Now that we done pinpointed some stuff, we done connected some dots, we done saw some stuff we done recognized. I was like, yeah, I seen that before. Let's see where we get that image from. Let me pull up my let me get my receipts together. Slow. Y'all check this out. So that image is right here on my left where my mouse is at. That's a USA Victorian trade card showing picture of banknote bill, coins, and men. That's what it says, right? And in the description, it says what it says. It says showing picture of banknote bill, coins, and men. Please see picture for details that I may have missed. It said, he said, see the picture for details that he may have missed. Yeah, you ain't put no details. So let's look at another one. All right, here you go again. Same picture, right? Allegory of America, early 20th century. Now we getting somewhere, salute. Now we getting somewhere. It's an allegory of America. And we know that this one said it was some kind of banknote. It was a banknote bill, coins and men. Yep, we see the dollar in the background. Let's dig on it. What this one say in the description? Let's see. Where's the description? Oh, there you go, right there. A little ass description. So little I almost missed it. It said description: American dollar as an allegory of America. A cowboy, an Indian, and a black slave. Early 20th century. Salute. So what's the difference in the black slave and the Indian? The only difference I see is the so-called cowboy, who we know ain't no cowboy. He a colonizer. You the cowboy, not him. He's a colonizer. He throwing the Naga money. That Naga look exactly the same. Possibly brothers. He's carrying some stuff. He's over here looking just like the Cleveland Indian mascot. He's dressed exactly the same. They want to say, no, the Indians painted themselves black. I can't tell. He don't look like he painted himself black to me. He look like that's just what he is, and y'all trying to hide it. We just bringing more evidence, man. Anybody in the house, hit me up in the chat. Let me know where you at. Anybody that denies this, bring it. We all for it over here. We ain't got nothing but receipts for you. We know the American Negro, so-called black people, so-called African Americans, are the real American Indians. Salute. They are the real. We are the real natives of America. We are the real Aborigines. We are the real indigenous Americans. Salute. And we know it. You can't hide it no more. Let's move forward. Look at this one. It's another allegory. A boneyard Paris. Okay, with the French again. 20th of circa 1900. Yeah, early 1900s. Stamps and banknotes of Argentina. Argentina in the Americas, right? What a coinkydink. Look how that looks. What the indigenous Native American in Argentina looks like. There she go, Managa. Oh, I ain't mean to do that. Yeah, I done deleted it now. Well, it's all right. We just saw it. We saw it. I missed it, X'd it out. So we'll just move on to this one. And right now we're looking at 1856, 1789 to 1856. Cruikshank, Robert Isaac Cruikshank was the painter of Robin royalty, a treat for the sandwichers at the signing of the Hog in Armor, London, 1824. Now, who are the sandwiches? The kings of Hawaii, Managa. Salute. Some more Americans. And before we read the description, why not just blow up the image? Boom. There you go. And we see what we see here. We recognize feathers up, feather loincloth, hooped earrings, and what appears to be pearls, Managa. Definitely a so-called black person. Definitely a so-called Negro. Salute. American Indian. He got his bangles on his ankles. He's looking mighty swagged out. We have a more fairer skinned guy here, standing pretty knock-kneed. What do we have here? We have another Very dark skinned Naga sister. She has her feathers up. Then we have a guy in the background. Looks like he's holding a wig. I don't know if that's a wig or a scalp. And he's embracing, looks like a European dame. He's embracing Becky. See, and he really don't look like a Negro to me. He look like he's a little lighter than her. His hair, I'm not sure. But he's definitely embracing Becky. What's going on here? And it says the sandwichers. Alright, so let's look at the description. It says shows 3 Hawaiian men, salute, 3 Americans, salute, 3 Aboriginals, 3 American Indians, right? So-called Negroes. Shows 3 Hawaiian men and 1 woman. With a British woman, I knew it, with a colonizer. They got Becky up in there. They got all 4 Americans and a Becky. The Hawaiians are outlandishly dressed in a mixture of European and supposedly Hawaiian clothing. Supposedly Hawaiian clothing. Ain't no supposing about it. Go look at the maps, and we see they are very intact with the maps. And yes, the European guard added to it. It added a distinct flavor. I don't know. Them Nagas had swag. Them Nagas say, "Yeah, let me try that jacket on." them Nagas just was swagged out. You know what I'm saying? They definitely had more bling than the European woman. She ain't have no bling. They blinged out. They got all kind of colorful cloths on and look like silk and everything with feathers. He want to say ridiculous. Let's see. And supposedly Hawaiian clothing. Ain't no supposedly about it. It is Hawaiian. It's American clothing. Their skin is tattooed. They are in a back room in a tavern and a dressing table, a mirror and a picture on the wall. King Kamehameha, I guess, I don't know. King Kamehameha II and Queen Tamahomula of Hawaii arrived with a suite in London on 20th of May 1824. The Queen died of measles on July 8th. The King on July 14th. Man, they probably killed him. So you know this the King and the Queen right here. That's the Queen and that's the King. He blinged up. They arrived over there and they so-called killed them with measles. What's really going on? Do y'all see what I'm saying here? What's really going on here? That shit said King Kamehameha II and Queen Tamahomula. Queen Tamahomula. King Kamatamaha. 1824. And they say they died of measles July 8th and July 14th. That sounds really weird to me. Yeah, they say they painted themselves black. Yeah, right. In 1824, you can't tell me they painted themselves black. And rode the boat all the way to Europe, painted in black. Yeah, right. Seemed like to me if they were painted in black, they would have said, "You guys are white just like us." I don't know, man. I know what I'm looking at, though. I'm looking at a Naga. He look like a black face, and he's clearly an American Indian. I like to break it down slow sometimes, y'all. Looking like him, right? They can't hide all these images. It's just too much of them. Sandwiches of Hawaii. And we can even look here. Watch this here. Let's go. Let's dig on it further. Let's see if we can pull the story up. The sandwichers. King and Queen of Hawaii. Let's see. Let's just do that first. There you go. Hey, salute. Miss Geechee God in the house. Salute. Tribe up. New to the channel, peace to the new members, to the new subscribers. Salute. It say Kamehameha II, the Sandwich Islands, was the name given to the Hawaiian Islands by Captain James Cook in 1778. King Kamehameha II, also known as Liholiho, inherited the throne of the Sandwich Islands in 1819 when he was 22 years old. Now hold up. I know this is not supposed to be. This is not. Let's just get that out of the way for a minute. I know that ain't supposed to be this. I know they ain't trying to tell me that this guy is this. Google, you tripping. That is laughable. That is laughable, Wikipedia. That's very laughable. All right, I'm not gonna even buy that. You can't sell me that. You can't sell me that new Jack hijack, because we can go right back to 1824 and we know damn well he looked like this, and we know his queen was like this. Straight up Nagas. You can't fool us on this one. But anywho, let's dig on the story anyway. Let's go to there you go, Wikipedia. Kamehameha. He got these hijack pictures. They still make him look like a Negro, but that clearly ain't what the image that was painted back in the time showed. Right? It say Kamehameha was the second king of the kingdom of Hawaii. His birth name was Liholiho, and full name was Kalaninui Liho Aki Kapulolani. It was lengthened to it was lengthened. Look how they it was lengthened. Man, I'm not even finna play with it, trying to go through and read all this when he took the throne. Early life. Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Man, I can't, boy, this is hard right here. I'm finna get it right though. Kamehameha. Kamehameha the second was born in the month of Hanaya corresponding to November 1797 in Hilo on the island of Hawaii. The firstborn son of Kama. Okay, look at his daddy. Look how they depict his daddy. Salute. The first king of Hawaii, also known as Kamehameha the Great, was the conquering first ruler of Hawaii, a Negro, right? Take a major look. Nappy-headed, phenotype, black man, right? So-called black man, right? John Baptiste, Frenchman about his age. I might dig on this one later because it's a pretty long one. I wasn't prepared to read this. I was just digging around like I normally do. I knew, I checked this. I already knew that Hawaii was originally inhabited by the Negroes, like all the Americans. I already knew that, but and I already knew about the story of James Cook. Now watch this. Let's go back to Google. Let's go. I already know. Let's connect some dots again. Look, I'm gonna put James Cook slaughtered in Hawaii. Watch this. Now they gonna have some whitewash images. Look, Captain Cook killed in Hawaii. Look, watch this images. They gonna have some. Now we just saw what the ancient images of Kamehameha look like. Now they gonna show you some hijack images. We know this is fake. Well, let's get to where the real one at. Hold on, I know it's in here because I've seen it. Hold on, let me get that out of the way. Let me get the hijack bullshit, $5 fake stuff out of the way. Let me show y'all the real picture of James Cook getting slaughtered by the Indians. Watch this. Hold on, man. Let me pull it up, man. Where it's at, man? They got all these hijack fake pictures because they want to hide true history. Talking about American Indians painted. They talking about Native Americans painted themselves black. Oh, and that's a lie. Here it is. Here's the real one. Here's the real picture of when Native Hawaiians killed British invader and colonizer Captain James Cook. This is the real one, and they gonna try to tell you this is fake. They gonna try to tell you this one fake, but this is the actual real picture. As a matter of fact, let me go into the image search real quick to put it all the way up. Right. Let's see. Yeah. See. depictions. See the depictions of historical. Yeah, man, we know what this is, man. It's Indigenous Americans. They whooping on James Cook up in Hawaii, killing James Cook ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all that he got his spear, man. They ain't no getting out of there. Look at the background. Look, I think one of the ships was on fire in the background. I investigated this before. I need to go ahead and do one on James Cook for real. Cause they always were trying to say that this picture was fake, man. That they wasn't dog, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We see the earliest pic. This is early. This was in the 1800s right here. This was done in 1824. This was done way before Wikipedia came along with this. Even though this still a novel, but I'm just saying, this is new. This was made in the 1990s, probably. I'm not sure. I don't know when this one was made, but I know it wasn't made in 1824. This one was. Man, it's sad that they gotta lie so much. They can't even hide this stuff, man. This is pathetic, man. Look at James Cook getting slaughtered, y'all. Damn. They say, yeah, they just painted themselves black. They say, yeah. They say they went in the powder room. They say they put on black face. They say they did whole black body. They say, wipe me down. They say they turned on the little boots and Webber. They said, wipe me down. They say, Naga down, wipe me down. They say I'm black now. They say I look more fierce in war. You believe that bullshit, man? They think you stupid, man. They think you old. I know you ain't stupid. You can go on any part of the Americas and find a story like these. It don't matter where you live at, my Naga. The stories is there. You can live in Idaho. It's gonna be some story about some Nagas. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm talking about I can just pick a place. It can be Hawaii. It don't matter where. It can be Miami. I mean, it can be Cleveland. It can be Virginia. It can be California. It don't matter where you pick. New Orleans, South America, Brazil, Argentina, wherever you want to go, man. The story the same, man. They lying about who the real American Indians is. It's pathetic how easy it is to point this stuff out, too. I'm going to keep doing it, too. I'm going to keep bringing new material all the time. I'm going to be more precise about this. I'm going to make sure YouTube is not able to censor this stuff. They want to try to censor our history. They clearly trying to censor our history. Clearly trying to censor it. Clearly lying about it. They don't want us to try, but they're scared we're going to take our land back. Like they did in ancient Haiti, my Naga. In ancient Haiti, too. They took their land back, my Naga. It can be done, my Naga. All we got to do is try, but it's strength in numbers. Strength in numbers. That's all it takes. That's the real resource. Numbers. That's the real political power. Numbers. That's the real voting power. Numbers. Numbers, my Naga. Tribe up. You talking about racism and all this? How they gonna do that when you tribed up? Who they gonna George Floyd when you tribed up? When it's 10 times the amount of you as them. I think they gonna let the door not hit them where the Most High split them. If they know what's good. You on your ancestral land, my Naga. Tribe up. You on your native land, my Naga. Tribe up. No one is able to tribe up better than you on your own land, my Naga. They can't even have babies like you, my Naga. You have to take drugs, my Naga. They try to give you drugs to keep you from having babies. They try to slaughter your babies out your womb, my Naga. They try to convince you to slaughter your babies out your womb, my Naga. They say we'll throw you a couple dollars, just get rid of them little Naga babies. They say, yeah, sis, you don't need those babies. They say we'll throw you some change. So we'll make it easier for you. Go ahead and get your job in the call center and work for Whitey. And we'll pay you pennies on the dollars compared to everyone else, sis. We'll have a wage gap for white men, white women, everybody over black women. Because we want you to work hard. We want you to be our new slave. We want you to work 2 jobs to try to make what others are making with 1. We want you to abort your children so you can chase this bag, black woman. Yeah, that's their plan, Managa. It's easy to see. All you gotta do is open your eyes. But like I say, tribe up, Managa, forget their money. Let's get them off our land and run. Let's throw their money. Let's throw their money back on their ship. Let's throw their trinkets back on their ship with them and tell them to get the hell on, like James Cook did. We don't need their money. Salute. We can set it all on fire. I don't care about their money. It's worth nothing. It's just fiat. The resource is you, Managa. The resource is you. Salute. Somewhere along the line between the 1960s and the 1990s, it became cool to talk about, oh, I ain't got no kids, or I ain't being married and all this here. I ain't trying enough. Somewhere along the line, that became cool. I'm chasing my bag. It became about me. Numbers shrink. Nagas dying left and right. Nagas dying before they get a chance to breathe. Nagas dying in the streets. Numbers shrinking. Government like this here, come on in. We got more land for outsiders. We almost getting rid of these Nagas. We got them blinded. This is what we've been doing. So when you tried up heavy when your number's so strong. The government and all got to bow down. Everybody got to bow down. Everybody got to bow down. You got Donald Trump talking about putting up a wall. Oh, we can put up a wall, all right, a Naga wall. We can have all their ass get gone. Tribe up, my Naga. Tribe up. There's plenty of space, plenty of resources. Black people, so-called black people in America need to overpopulate. Salute. Need to overpopulate. Every Naga need 10 children if you can. I know some of y'all gonna look at that like Jack, this ain't the 30s, 40s, or 50s. I don't care. I don't care what you say it is. The Most High made you able to be fruitful. You need to be that. You need to start early. You need to tribe up. Family up, my Naga. Family first. You can't tribe up if you ain't having no families. Ain't no tribing up without family. All that's out the door. You wasting time. You just talking. Did they paint themselves black, y'all? That's what they say. Native Americans painted themselves black. We done saw the proof. We know it's all a lie. I'm gonna keep bringing them in here. They gonna keep snooping, all them pretending to find all the fake red man, rednecks, whoever. They gonna come here snooping. The information gonna be right in here waiting on them. So I'm gonna keep talking. You know what I'm saying? It's our land, and I don't care if it take. I don't care how long it take. So more and more Nagas understand this information, and we start living like it, and we become the head and not the tail. We're gonna keep pushing the message. We ain't gonna start the message, and it's your responsibility to guide your children, not waiting on no government, no colonizer government. Tell your children the honest truth about who they is. It's up to you. And we're gonna start right here in the House of the Cons. Hey, I'm Black Jack, this is the House of Cons. Respect my house. We let the door not hit your ass with the Most High split your ass. We out. Salute. Peace.